Activists gathered near City Hall on July 2nd to demand that the 2022 New York City Council budget divest money from the NYPD and put that money into community development programs.
Today, our city spends 34% more on policing than we did just 10 years ago. And for what?
The groups who attended the protests want the NYPD money diverted to community development programs like summer youth employment, mental health services, and housing. According to the activists, such moves would help prevent the conditions that cause crime rather than the police's method of simply responding to crime through criminalization and mass incarceration. Figures from the advocacy group The Color of Change show that for every dollar the NYPD gets,
youth development gets 9 cents.
That ain't right.
Parks and Recs get 7 cents.
That ain't right.
And mental health services only get 19 cents. Pennies on the dollar to show us how much they actually care about our communities.
Communities United for Police Reform presented supporting figures stating that a total of $38.8 billion was spent on the NYPD in comparison to the $5 billion spent on youth and community development between 2014 and 2020. They also showed that in the 7-year span between 2013, the year Mayor Bill de Blasio was elected, and 2020, the NYPD saw a $1.2 billion increase in spending, roughly 63% more than the amount spent on health services. Speakers in attendance, like Kidiatou Diallo, were emphatic in their call for the NYPD's divestment. Her son Amadou Diallo was notoriously shot 19 times in 1999 by 3 NYPD Street Crimes Unit officers who mistook him for a wanted armed rape suspect. All of the officers were acquitted, but the Street Crimes Unit was subsequently disbanded.
That ain't right. If you take a life, you have to be responsible. You have to face the consequences. This never happened.
Mercy Baez had a similar story. Her cousin Anthony died of a lethal chokehold on his birthday in 1994 at the hands of NYPD officer Francis Lavoti. It happened after a football Anthony and a group of other relatives were playing with accidentally hit the officer's car twice.
They penalized Francis Lavoti for 7.5 years. At that time, that was the highest amount of years that an officer can serve, and so he served 6.5 of his 7.5 years for good behavior.
Efforts to defund the police have been sharply scrutinized as New York City's crime rate has risen. NYPD figures confirm that shootings are up 166% between April 2020 and 2021. Index crimes such as murder, rape, and robbery are also up by over 30% in the past year. On June 30th, 2021, the City Council passed the 2022 budget, increasing NYPD spending by over $200 million, according to The Independent. Zion the Lion for New York Now.
So I